You know our first guest from hit movies like The Hangover, Crazy Rich Asians. Please welcome Ken Jeong.
Hi, Ellen.
Hi, my friend. How are you?
We're doing good as can be, and doing
Right.
the best we can. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, glad to see that you're safe and healthy. I want to thank you for guest hosting the show for me when you did. Did you enjoy that?
That was the first time I had ever hosted a talk show. I am so grateful to you. I had so much fun, and also I had my wife and kids in the crowd too. It was such a wonderful affair. And shout out to Andy Lassner for helping me out because I didn't know what I was doing.
He was great.
You did great, and you're funny, you're smart, you're the perfect host. It was great. Then I see that you enjoyed it enough that you then guest hosted James Corden's show as well.
Yes. After that, James Corden invited me on his show to guest host, and as you can see, I'm so happy there in that photo. It's really actually because I had the experience that I had on your show. It actually helped me to do James's show, and it was very, very surreal. But I had Ellen training to do it, so I felt like I was in good hands. So thank you. Look at those abs.
So he used us we were a stepping stone.
Yeah, we were the litmus test. He used us, saying, "Look, if I do badly, who cares? It's just the Ellen show. I want to be prepared for James Corden and not let him down."
Couldn't be further from the truth. Couldn't be further from the truth. No mas.
So I do see that you actually did something that you did on our segment that is now turned into a podcast.
Yes, I am doing what I originally is the intellectual property of Ellen. I have started my own podcast called The Darkest Timeline with my good friend from Community, Joel McHale. And we do, you can see how happy I am hosting. And we do because of COVID-19, we're evolving into do basically a coronavirus update every week and just kind of giving a state of affairs of what's going on and trying to provide some common sense medical perspective on what's going on and how to live your everyday life. But yes, we do have to give a kickback to you, to the Ellen Show for starting all that. I am stealing bits, absolutely.
Yeah, don't you worry, I'll come after you. I want some piece of that. So you and your wife is still a doctor. You were a doctor, and now I heard that are you serious about being a doctor again, or you just miss it?
I miss it. I think it's been a good 14 years since I practiced medicine, but ever since the pandemic started and we're staying at home, I have reverted back to doctor mode. I have nightmares. I have dreams that I'm practicing again. Just the other day I had a dream that I had my own clinic and I was seeing patients, but I did not know how to use any of the computer charting software, and it was a horrible nightmare because I was like, I don't know where everything goes. I don't know how to use a computer system. And it was me, and my agent was also my partner in practice. And he's like, don't ask me, I'm in show business. So that was a real dream that happened. And I had this huge nightmare. Like, what am I doing? So
Wow.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, do you feel like you were more prepared for the pandemic because you were a doctor?
I think that I feel like I can translate the language that's spoken in the medical, amongst physicians to see exactly where we are. So I think that did give me a leg up. And also my wife, who is way smarter than me and always really interprets what's going on in any medical setting. So I really credit Tran for that. But emotionally speaking, no, you can't really prepare for a pandemic, even if you're a doctor on a personal level, because the last pandemic was 100 years ago. And this is beyond the scope and of what any human being should go through. So this is uncharted territory, as a society. As a doctor, we do what we can to stay in front of it, but it's still scary.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. There's all kinds of silver linings that you look for at a time like this. I mean, obviously, there are people that are, looking for food and trying to figure out how they're going to make money and all kinds of bad things. There's some good news, and that is a lot of people are adopting and rescuing animals right now during this time because we're all home. And I heard that you have a new little doggie
Yes.
that is making you very happy.
It's making us really happy. We just got a golden doodle named Mocha. Oh, there she is right there.
Oh my God, those are the cutest. I can't see it, but those are the cutest dogs.
That is a cute one.
She's
Mocha.
smoking
That's
a
a good
cigarette,
name.
as you can see right there. We got to start him. And we actually got Mocha back in early February, and we had planned this out for over the last 6 months. So for the kids to get to have a dog, this is my first time I've ever had a dog, and we're really doing it for our kids. But man, Mocha has just opened up our lives and just really given us so much happiness and joy. I can't even begin to describe. She has just given us even more purpose right now, and I love her so much. Yeah.
I'm so glad. Yeah, I think it's always really important for kids to grow up with animals. That teaches you compassion, and it's I think so important. So I'm glad you did that, and I'm glad you're enjoying experiencing that for the first time in your life too. That's great.
Yeah, I should have gotten a pet earlier. If I knew it would be this amazing, I would have, because it's so much fun. It really is.